Is it possible for you to be friends with a girl and have no sexual ulterior motives?
Is she hot? Is she hot?
She's
or attractive?
She meets the basic minimum requirements of being attractive.
So one has one good feature.
Jesus, Sean. What? What the fuck? Sean's such a
She said the basic.
Sean, just stop talking. You're not.
Jesus Christ.
She meets your standard. She would meet your standard of like you would do it. Is basically what you're saying.
I typically, once you're categorized into that category, I don't like usually. It's like you're there once. Sean blurs the lines all the time.
I do. But
Alex is very much
You're
like
fun to blur.
Alex.
Yeah, I'm all.
Alex treats him like livestock. He cattles them into. So, hey, get in the friend area. Yeah.
So no prior history.
No,
Sean.
no.
Okay.
It's just it's a girl friend that you have in your life.
I think if you both have you both meet that attraction, I think someone's bound to do something, whatever. I say just get it out. I'm not necessarily talking about banging or whatever.
Just whip it out.
Yeah, but like at least like the conversation where it's like, hey, would you be interested in something like that, or like just like I think you're cute, whatever it is, like get that out or not.
See, for that, it's like I get the conversation thing. I think you should, if you both kind of feel that way, like if there is a little bit of that tension, but it's also like we're friends. I think you should kiss or make out once, and then like if both of you don't feel it or one of you don't feel it, then it's like okay.
Yeah.
Because like you could have a good relation, like a good rapport, and it's like, well, why not?
See,
it's like, oh, we never tried.
It's interesting because I have guy friends who I consider like very near and dear. Like they're some of my best friends, and I will admit there is chemistry, and like one of them in particular, we've talked about it. We're like, we know there's attraction, but we so genuinely value the friendship and would never want to ruin it that like we just leave it be.
If that happened to me, if I'm in that scenario,
I'm willing to trade the bag.
I'm willing to shoot my shot.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do it. Yeah. Good for your friend
That's
for having that self-control,
that's
but that's
impressive.
not. If an attractive girl goes, I feel chemistry between us,
you're about to feel more.
It's like unless they have a boyfriend or something.
The other thing is like, okay, if you value the friendship, then like you could build upon it with something more serious.
You know what I think it is? I recognize that we just have different like wants in life. Like he never wants to get married or have kids, and he is into some kinky stuff. And so, and I love that he shares all that with me. But it's almost like just that point where you're like, it's what we have is like too good, and there's just no way it could work. So why?
But how do you know you're not into it? That's what I'm saying. For us, I would rather attempt to trade the bag and get rejected than regret missing out on that.
No, I get what she's saying. I
totally get the merit, like the life.
He's like duffel bags of stuff.
Oh, okay. Well,
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I get the whole.
It's you
would never guess I do.
You can see it as you could see an impending problem where if you were like, because he doesn't want marriage, doesn't want whatever, like. You'd be like, all right, even if we did do that, eventually it would come to a halt where it's like, this is not what I'd want anymore. I want
long-term difference.
I also just have deeply entrenched Catholic guilt. Like, I don't have it in me to just...
Like, if you orgasm, do you have to do the sign of a cross and repent?
Pretty much.
So we do.
Like, worship music has to be on. No, okay.
That's the organ.
You need a choir.
Yeah.
I do the rosary before I enter. Yeah.
Not... You would.
I hit
the room, and then I was like, oh.
I do it with the beads. Go pop one out at a time.
I hit the prayer bead on top right there. If you know what I'm talking about.